God, I hate it when it does that. Especially when you're trying to take a thumbnail image. But, yes, the mystery guest speculation continues. Uh, Names are being thrown around like Freema Agyeman. Someone said, what if it's Lenny Rush? But the thing is, um, you did see, Bonnie Langford out there in a hoodie and jeans and all that, but at the same time, someone said, what if that's their way of throwing you off? Having two people dressed similarly show up. And from what I'm hearing, yeah, the other mystery guest showed up after Bonnie was there. So, kind of makes you wonder just who they're trying to smuggle in and out of the building. Now, there's quite a few people who are in that height range. Plus, there's the unexpected Fourth Doctor guest actor from a little ways back that, that's been bouncing around. Yeah, Freeman, I think, falls into that height range, if I remember right, so it's possible. But so do a lot of other actors. Or actresses, either. Um, that's what I keep hearing, Mark, from a bunch of other people also, that there was more than one mystery guest. Bonnie was not it. I'm just glad to see. It's kind of funny, though, how, Millie's suddenly coming out after the Diva articles came out. But still, I'm glad she's doing it either way. And of course, there were familiar faces there. Well, I wouldn't be surprised weren't didn't have a tin cup held up. But um, there's just a few of them that I still talk to, and like I said, they all decided they'd go hang out with the guy who was calling us all pedos, was trying to smear our names in public, and basically was throwing a fit because I wouldn't kick. And the sad part is, one of them was one I had defended against this person 100 times, and yet they still decided it was more important to hang out with him and tell him stuff they shouldn't be saying. You see, I told them guys, I told those guys, I cut that person out for a reason. They could no longer be trusted. They would record things and then play them with an out of context explanation to other people. And I'm sorry, but I ain't got time for that kind of deceit in my life. So I said, if you all want to go hang out with them, go over there. I said, I'm not going to tell you who to hang out with, but this one person in general, you should have known better. Because the only reason that person was hanging out with you all was to see what private info they can get on me and everyone else. But back to the mystery guest that matters. Like I said, I didn't want to do it, but it was necessary because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Sorry, but no, trust me, I ain't that small and I ain't that thin. They'd have to put me under a circus tent to smuggle me into that film shoot. I'm not kidding. They could see me from outer space. So no, it's not me. Plus, I'd love to be out there visiting, seeing guests and all that. I'd love to be out there meet Shooty and Bill and Millie and all that. But It's just not in the cards. I tried Warhammer once a long time ago. It's just Warhammer, the tabletop game, can be a money eater. Um, it's you got to buy miniatures, you got to buy, they got to have the terrain pieces. Um, Fortunately, we used to have a gaming shop um, out where I used to live, and they had all the terrain pieces. They had all this stuff, and you can you could use it there. That was Matrix Games and Diversions, and that is long since gone. Matter of fact, just about all my gaming materials I had at that point probably came from there. Um, I tried doing Warhammer a few times, because sometimes I needed somebody to fill in for someone who was missing. And it's just, you got miniatures to buy, you got to paint them, you got like I said, I can't even imagine how much that costs by the end of the day. I was just happy to afford my gaming books, and most of the time I bought them off the rack. They had reserved for sale product. Like somewhere buried in my house, I have the books from the original the Palladium Robotech role-playing game. One of the matter of fact, the Palladium was also the ones that came up with the original RPG for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and those books are worth some money now if you get hold of them. Hell, I have like Mutants in Orbit and all that at home, put away in a drawer. I still have all my dice from role playing. As I said, they've been in a bag and haven't used them. Okay, so who could the mystery guest person be? Let's get back on subject for a change. I think Carol Ann Ford could fall into that height range and body type. I don't know why if they'd smuggle Janet Fielding in there, because she's about that height and weight. Of course, Freema's around that. I'm not sure, but I don't think Louise Jameson is that small. But well, Lala Ward, I'll be shocked if she shows up, because you got to remember, ain't she living in like Thailand or Hong Kong or something? I'm leaning towards it does look like someone with a female build. Oh well, Billy's busy doing other things, and she's not exactly that. Well, let's just say I think parts of her would be sticking out. Yeah, like I said, I never had any of my own stuff for Warhammer. I just chipped in a couple times when they needed someone to control an army, and I basically, even then, I was just a fill-in. I haven't watched the new season of Black Mirror yet. I will get around to it. I saw that it's up now. Skyrim, no, I have not played. Okay, that was weird. I'm not sure if I can get into Skyrim. Well, the problem is, though, is Jody was at a convention this past weekend. So, I don't see it happening. Plus, remember, Jody's had her hair cut for a role. So, unless they're going to put her in a wig, which is a possibility, Matter of fact, I just caught a couple of the clips from that convention. But then again, that con was this past weekend, so could be, you know. Of course, I have the coolest followers. We're an elite group. We are tiny, but we are mighty. Oh, where have I heard that before? Well, I think if you're going to see doctors, and doing a scene like they did before for Power of the Doctor, I think it's going to be the TV show era, the new TV show, because that's why Chibs didn't have any of them in. Sorry. The away call. That's why Chibs didn't have any of them in the sequence in Power of the Doctor. He said later, yeah, that the modern doctors were being saved for something for the 60th. Here's the problem with working cars in the Fallout series. I got to try to squeeze this into a minute. You have to remember when the bomb went off on. I'm shocked a lot of these cars are in still as good a shape as they are 200 years later, depending on which timeline they go with, and which era. But that fries out all the electronics, all the electrics, and plus some of the cars were nuclear powered. Matter of fact, I learned the hard way playing Fallout 3. Some of them damn cars will explode if you shoot at them. I'm not kidding. My first time finding that out, I was playing Fallout 3. I was hiding in a group of cars from a raider who was sniping at me, and next thing you know, the whole damn lot was blowing up a lot around me. So, that's why you don't see a lot of working vehicles in Fallout 4. But like I said, they kind of pissed that away when you got the Brotherhood of Steel flying in vertibirds and stuff like that. And I'm like, you couldn't build a simple ground vehicle, but you got vertibirds flying around. Oh, well, you couldn't build a Jeep. You couldn't, but you can build vertibirds. Plus the fact that if you've played Days Gone and all that, the whole making a vehicle would make the map seem much smaller crap does not apply. Build a settlement in Ground Zero. Well, there's a lot of Ground Zeros. Okay, well, folks, I am a minute overdue to get out of here, so please take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind, be calm, be safe. We'll catch you all next time. See you all on the flip side. And take care of yourselves out there. Have a good Wednesday.